Good day, everybody. This is a quick walk around and drive of my personal ride, the second generation Toyota Celsior. This has been converted and rebadged and made to look like its twin, the Lexus LS400. Now, this model is UCF21 since this is JDM, which is equivalent to or similar to UCF20 for the LS400. This is actually Mark III, I think, from the first model, Generation 1. As you can see, the rear passenger compartment, it's mostly intact. There's some wear and tear at the front, but nothing that really stands out. This was really maintained by the previous two owners. The first owners were the ones who imported this one and then facilitated the conversion. They were the Lopez's from the south. Second owner was an engineer from the Middle East, and I'm the third owner. As you can see, the Lexus logos have replaced the Toyota logos. I still have my stuff here since I use it most of the time and alternate it with my other rides. I've replaced the airbag so that it would have the Lexus logo, the wheel cover, and the engine cover, or the plenum. There's some side pockets there, easily removable. This is still one click. I did replace the starter and the alternator, a lot of other electrical parts. The optitude gauge still works. So all the fuel, temperature, RPM, speedometer, all of them are working. The louver though is missing, but I bought replacement parts already. Bought a pair of wood trim and a black trim, and also bought a pair of climate control panels. The original AC controls and entertainment controls were incorporated into one touchscreen, which was defective and had to be replaced. So I got a Sansui, and the climate control panel is not working, so you have to control it manually. It's 117,000 kilometers for the mileage of this baby. The engine, we're going there, is the legendary 1UZFE. It's a 4-liter quad-cam double overhead with 32 valves. That's 4 valves per cylinder, producing 260 horsepower. 3 years, well, the year after this became 290 horsepower. But 260, that's more than enough for our roads and for our highways. So let's go for a quick drive. This actually has a reverse cam, together with a dash cam and a heads-up display and a tire pressure monitor. So I'm really into gadgets. The hazard is still working. A lot of things are working. The engine is still smooth and still has that oomph and power. The transmission is still okay. AC is still cold, though as I've mentioned, it's controlled manually. I replaced a lot of things here. Ignition coil packs. I replaced the timing belt at 110,000 kilometers, together with the tensioner and idler. Replaced also the idle air control valve, power steering pump. Maintenance, of course, is regularly done, so spark plugs and oil filter. And last year I replaced the high tension wire, the distributor and the rotor, as well as the serpentine belt. We have the heads-up display there showing the time and the speed, as well as the GPS satellites. I've driven this all the way to Baguio with no problems, no hitches when I brought it to Batangas, Quezon Province, and Laguna. There's no check engine. There's no overheat for this one, but the airbag sign is on, so I'm not sure if it's, I haven't really checked it, if it's the wires underneath the chair or if it could be reset. So there's a hack for it, using the OBD1 port in the engine bay. The catalytic converter were deleted, so there will be less restriction. The air suspension is also converted to coil over, and I bought stuff from the US, the shocks. So now we're going southbound in Katipunan. As you can see, northbound is very traffic. There's also traffic on the southbound, the outer lane. But middle and inner is able to step on the gas, and they're comparing the speedometer of the car and the heads-up display speedometer. It's not really sports car like response, but you can feel the horses. It has more than enough power for our roads. Transmission is 4-speed. This is a very heavy car at almost 2 tons, but power to weight ratio is good. That's why, unlike other V8s, this fuel consumption is a bit acceptable for me. It's 5 kilometers per liter, even higher in highways. So you can see here the heads-up display and the dash, optitron gauge, speed radar, and the tire pressure monitor. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much, and more power to Toyota and Lexus.